Senator Kangata, then Murkomen. You are the next one.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise to oppose this motion. Mr. Speaker, sir, my brothers from the other side are the one who signed the petition, the requisition today's session. Today, well, we all know, colleagues, we have 17 colleagues who signed they want today's session. I want to tell them we are ready for the vote today. Kenyans have been waiting. Kenyans have been waiting. They have been waiting for this vote for a very long time. We are ready today. We feel for our brothers and sisters. We feel for our brothers who are currently having issues. But no one has shown any connection between that arrest and this session at all. There is no connection at all. Those are issues which are not connected to the issues. And therefore, I urge colleagues, we take this vote and I will strongly oppose it. Reason being, we do not have a legal framework allowing government to give out 50% to the counties yet. We don't have a legal framework. So therefore, as a result of this stalemate, we are making counties not to get money to pay salaries. But that does not mean we do not have empathy to our people who have been arrested. The only problem I'm having with that argument, no single evidence has been able to show the connection between this session and our colleagues' arrests. I will urge my colleagues.
What's your point of order, Senator Millicent Omanga?
Is it in order
Speaker, not chair.
Oh, Mr. Speaker, is it in order for the majority whip to say that he is aware that the arrest is not connected with today's vote, and yet the agencies you directed the committee to invite and come before them disregarded the invitation and did not appear before them? We have no information. And Mr. Speaker, if you remember very well what Senior James Orengo said earlier, that we will only proceed when we've been assured security and safety of our colleagues. So is it in order for Senator Kangata to come and trivialize this issue and say that he knows that they are not connected with the arrest? Is it part of the CID or the agencies we were talking about?
Senator Kangata, respond.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I have a lot of respect to the nominated senator, Senator Omanga, but I strongly believe that is an opinion she has rendered, but she has not addressed the issue that I've raised. No evidence currently exists to show the connection between that arrest and today's session. Mr. Speaker, sir, we have adjourned this matter for 9 times, and therefore it is the time now we make a decision. We decide the best way forward. Mr. Speaker, the idea that we are pushing, some people are pushing this session so that we cause some counties to lose is not true. The current options that we have on the table, none of it proposes a single county to lose money except Senator Linturi's amendment. It is the only one that is going to make 18 or 19 counties lose money today. When you look at the option by Wamatangi, no county will lose money today. When you look at the option by Senator Were, in fact, that one proposes almost 39 counties to get billions of shillings. So therefore, this idea that government was to cause some counties to lose money, as what my colleague from Wajir has said, is not true. What we want today to ask our colleagues to do, kindly make a decision today and ensure you look at the issues objectively.
That's a point of order.
Asante Bwana Spika. Je, ni sawa ya kwamba ndugu yetu seneta wa Murang'a anaweza kusema ya kwamba wale wenzetu walio ndani hakuna chochote kimesemwa hapa kinachowahusisha ya kwamba ni kwa sababu wao walikuwa wanakuja kwenye bunge na wakashikwa na wakazuiwa watatu katika historia ya Kenya, wabunge watatu ambao wako na mjadala muhimu sana unaohusikana na kitaifa wa ugavi wa pesa katika county wamezuiwa, na sasa yeye anasema ya kwamba hakuna kielelezo chochote kinaambatana ambacho kinaweza kuhusisha ule mjadala ulioko hapa na wao kama maseneta. Je, ni haki hiyo? Kwa sababu tunaelewa jukumu la kwanza kulinganishana na kipengele cha 96 cha katiba. Mimi kama mwanasheria, kila seneta anahusika na ugavi wa pesa. Si seneta wa Garissa, si seneta wa Wajir, si seneta wa Turkana, si seneta wa Kilifi, si wa Mombasa, si wa Kwale. Kila seneta hapa anahusikana na ugavi. Je, ni sawa sawa kusema kwamba leo mimi nikishikwa itakuwa si haki mimi kuja hapa kupiga kura kwa niaba ya watu wa Kilifi?
Senator Kangata, conclude.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I think my point is still correct. I would be urging colleagues to produce evidence showing that connection. So far, no connection has been established, and therefore I strongly believe and I urge the House to oppose this adjournment, because we have adjourned this matter for a record 9 times. Mr. Speaker, sir, the counties are suffering. Mr. Speaker, sir, county employees have not been paid, and there is a connection between with this settlement and non-payment of dues owing to county employees, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, I urge colleagues, as we oppose this adjournment motion, to take into account that this government cannot arrest a person on the basis of wanting to stop his democratic right to vote in a certain way. It cannot. This government, led by His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, does not condone such actions. Mr. Speaker, sir, we have come to this House, we have lost several votes. No one has ever been victimized at all, because we believe in freedom of expression. We believe in democracy, Mr. Speaker, sir. And therefore, anyone coming here to say that the government has caused some senators to be arrested, that is not true. However, we empathize with them. We urge them to give us instructions to go and act for them in court. We want to tell them that indeed, if at all you have been arrested for extraneous reasons, we shall pray for you, and we shall send the best lawyers to represent you. However, Mr. Speaker, sir, I want to vote for the government that we are not here. We have not caused, there is no one has caused the arrest, and therefore we are here. I know the reason why my colleagues wants to cause this adjournment. We are ready. Let us vote. We are ready. And for us, we believe that the current options that we have, they are going to put this country ahead. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, and I oppose.
Senator Kipchumba Murkomen. Then a call from the other chamber.
Mr. Speaker, I am extremely emotional when I think about the circumstance under which this House has been put. Mr. Speaker, I want to speak from, like Senator Orengo said, from my heart and from my soul and my whole body. Mr. Speaker, and I really want your attention. I want your attention without undivided attention on this matter. 2 weeks ago, a government functionary, actually in the office of the president, came to me and told me that if the formula will not pass the way government wants, some senators can even be abducted. They can even be arrested. Mr. Speaker, we discussed and joked about it. The Speaker, we discussed and
What's your
joked.
point of order, Senator Bogisho?
Speaker, just so that we don't
Take your seat, Senator Murkomen, somewhere.
just Mr. Speaker, so that we don't derail debate in any way by dilatory motions. Is my neighbor, the Senator for Elgeyo Marakwet, in order to insinuate without facts, without substantiating, and Mr. Speaker, leading in a very dangerous direction of pointing out public servants and statements which really are not statements which lead us to think, Mr. Speaker, there is something that can be said like that, abduction, claiming by government. That must be substantiated. That must be somebody who said that. And we need to know.
Mr. Speaker,
Yes, Senator Murkomen.
Mr. Speaker, Senator Pokisho remembers 2 years ago when 3 Pokot young men were abducted in Kapenguria, murdered, and dumped in Kaptagat Forest in Elgeyo Marakwet County. 3 months down the line, my PA, former MCA Benson Kiptire, was abducted in Eldoret. We were with the president in town, killed and dumped in Kapenguria. He cannot pretend to be a visitor in Jerusalem. He knows that the victims of this kind of strategies have even affected the people from our 2 counties. So I'm speaking from my personal testimony. He cannot challenge my personal testimony. I am not alleging that newspapers or so forth. And let me give my story. Listen, Senator Pokisho, and listen to us, because we are senators under now the mercy of the Speaker, not under your mercy. Mr. Speaker, when he told me that we will do everything to abduct 2 or 3 senators, I thought it was a joke. On Friday, on Saturday, I put this information in public domain. Sunday, the same. Senator Langat was called by many, including leaders in this chamber, to tell him that he should leave his house, because I was with him the last night. He should leave his house, go to Bomet quietly. He will even be facilitated for as long as he doesn't come to these chambers to vote. Senator Lelekwe was saying charges will be preferred on him unless he decides to vote with government, and I don't know what's government position. I don't know what that means. Mr. Speaker, you cannot therefore say in the chambers of this house that the vote that is about Kangata is now saying, let's vote. You can't tell me that there is no relationship with the withdrawal of 3 senators who would have voted in both the procedural motion and the substantive motion, that there is no relationship between
Let's
their
consult the
arrest,
motions.
Mr. Speaker,
Order, members.
that there is no
Let's consult the
relationship between their arrest, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, removal from the jurisdiction of this house, and the voting in this house. If that is not true, Mr. Speaker, confirm to me that no other senator in this chamber will vote on behalf of Senator Malala if that was not the plan. Confirm to me that Senator Milko has not been aligned to vote on behalf of Senator Langat, even though, Mr. Speaker, Senator Langat has written in no uncertain terms that no one else should vote on his behalf. Even though Malala has written that no one should vote on his behalf. If you confirm to me, Mr. Speaker, that that is not the position, I will know that the conspiracy we are talking about is not there. We are not children. I have been majority leader and deputy majority leader in this house for more than 5 years. The magic 24 number, we were 25 voting in this house last week. Mr. Speaker, the desire was to reduce us from 25 to 23. Transport, Mr. Speaker, the vote of Senator Langat, give it to Milko, get the, Mr. Speaker, the vote of Senator Malala, give it to one of the members of his delegation, whether it's Yongo Msuruve, and Mr. Speaker, achieve the objective of defeating the will of the people. Mr. Speaker, you can't tell us we should just proceed. It is not possible. It is not possible, Mr. Speaker. This is Kenya. We cannot be forced, Mr. Speaker, to take positions of the minority. Mr. Speaker, you are sitting in that chair. Senator Malala was in the opposition. He was among the only few senators that voted to get you 42 votes, Mr. Speaker, to become in that chair. Senator Lalekwe and Senator Lalakat were among the 42 people who voted for you to be the Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you sacrificed me. You sacrificed Susan Kihika. Don't sacrifice Kenya. Don't sacrifice, Mr. Speaker, 18 counties that are suffering. Mr. Speaker,
Senator
that
Murkomen,
decision is on your chair, Mr. Speaker.
Order, Senator Murkomen. Senator Murkomen, you must order members. Senator Murkomen, I know we are discussing an important motion, but you should respect the Speaker. I don't act as a person. I'm guided by the law, the standing orders, and the Constitution in this House. And the decisions I make are anchored on those two. I will not allow that. I will not allow this House to degenerate to that level.
Mr. Speaker, I love the fact that you have restated your constitutional responsibility as the Speaker. But, Mr. Speaker, a report has been brought to this House that the minister is not available to come to these chambers. Soon, even before the chair sat down, the CS Matiang'i has updated Mr. Speaker that he was busy launching a border information management system with the CS Musheru. The IG, Mr. Speaker, has posted that he was launching a sanitation component towards better human environmental something with the CS Matiang'i. Mr. Speaker, I respect your authority, but so others should respect your authority, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if we force this House, and I'm just saying this without fear of any contradiction, if we force this House to punish 18 counties, Elgeyo Marakwet is not a losing county. Bomet, where Senator Langat has suffered, Mr. Speaker, is not a losing county. Mr. Speaker, Kakamega, where Malala comes from, is not a losing county. We are just but honest patriots who want the best for this country. We are willing to suffer for the unity of this nation. We have come this far to make this decision, Mr. Speaker, because we want to make this country to be one. History will be kind to us. Mr. Speaker, now history, the determination of an historical moment shifts to your chair, Mr. Speaker. So that, Mr. Speaker, if this House will be used by those who are sitting out there to force a decision, Mr. Speaker, against the standing orders, you have assured me that you will follow the Constitution, you will follow the standing orders, therefore you will respect the letter of Malala that no one will vote for him, you will respect, Mr. Speaker, the letter of Bomet that no one will vote for him. Mr. Speaker, if you make the same mistake you made in my situation, on this very important issue.
Order, Senator.
Position of minority majority leader
No.
Mr. Speaker.
Senator Murkomen, order.